Everyone, welcome back to the channel today for another video. So I noticed a few days ago the video I posted on Cardano's price prediction has done alright. It's got over 100 views in a couple of days, which is pretty good for a channel of this size. So I thought, you know what, I want to make it into like a series where I look over different tokens, tokenomics, and discuss where I think we're going to go this bull run, the bullish narrative behind it, the good and bad stuff really. So today I thought, you know what, XRP, I thought I'd talk about XRP, and the reason why is because lots of stuff recently has been happening in the ecosystem that's significantly put the price. At the start of November, the coin was 40 cents, and now it's $3.20. So that's quite a significant movement in such a short period of time. I know a few of you might be thinking, what's caused this move? But there's been an ongoing XRP case for years now. So in the last bull run, it suppressed the price quite a lot, and it didn't return to its previous bull cycle all-time high. But this bull run, the XRP case got concluded. XRP obviously won. The price went parabolic. It's had a massive move. It's been consolidating just like the rest of the tokens in the last few days and few weeks. But some more information that you guys might want to know and take it with a grain of salt. But at Donald Trump's inauguration, the key team around XRP, they attended the inauguration, and they've been having meetings with the president and vice president. So the fact that they're in talking relationship with the president of the United States, the largest economy in the world, that's some bullish narrative. They're probably working on some things together that's still yet to be announced. Bearing in mind, Donald Trump has only just been elected a couple of days ago, so there's still so much upside to go, and there's no limit really in this cycle. So obviously, if I go here, won the lawsuit, the price went crazy, it went up like 700% in literally a matter of weeks. I mean, the rest of the market did as well. It kind of benefited with Bitcoin doing well, but it was in kind of the right environment, the bullish setting for it to start outperforming and flying really. But you might be asking, well, what's left? What else could come out that would push the price up? There's kind of been the room kind of flirting around with the idea of some spot ETFs. So I'll just pull up a chart right now. So back in 2023, or towards the end, there was some was kind of some proposals for spot ETFs, and they actually did get filed towards the end. So you might notice that the price of Bitcoin, obviously it went from the depths of the bear market, was like $20,000, and if you look here, we had kind of like a massive run up after the ETF news. We did cool off a bit, but this move here I do think was kind of a bit premature, and I feel like it was mainly on the back of the ETF news. So that did bring money into the market, and what that is basically like a way for people to be able to access Bitcoin without directly buying it. And obviously in doing so, people are more likely to trust it if it's on like if it's in like a source that's seems more legitimate and more above board. So that's helped bring money to the market. And same with Ethereum as well. Ethereum had a spot ETF filed shortly after, and that benefited from some price movement as well. If I just pull up the chart of Ethereum price 5 years ago. So yeah, that kind of had like a move to the upside as well. It's consolidated quite a lot recently. You'd expect it to kind of do well around this time. In the past few cycles, it was end of January where Ethereum started rapidly outperforming Bitcoin on a currency pair, so I do expect to move soon. But at the same time, I do feel like Ethereum has not really done much to innovate this past cycle. Obviously a big complaint is the gas fees element of it. It's too expensive, there's lots of alternatives, and to be fair, this was quite a big criticism back in 2021, but we just didn't really do anything about it. It's not really been addressed. So the problem is, even though it's still the second largest in the market, there's going to be better alternatives, and if they don't innovate quick enough, there's other products out there that will do. And I feel like if they don't do something quickly, we're going to be dethroned by XRP, Solana, maybe even Cardano. So yeah, that's something I've got to say about that. But nonetheless, back to my previous point about ETFs, it's brought a lot of money to these tokens, made it easier to buy, and obviously it's ultimately led to a pump in the value of these tokens. So the fact that the idea of XRP, Solana, Doge ETFs could be in really soon, that means a lot of money is going to flow into those assets. The upside is limitless really. With more people trusting it, easier to buy. People who are not used to the crypto industry, don't know really how it works, don't trust it. We'll trust these tokens more because it's more blue chip, kind of recognised in a way. And I did see the other day, I'll very briefly touch on it, kind of the idea of a potential Cardano spot ETF. There's an Instagram account called Crypto World 2020. A lot of the stuff they post is quite accurate and they've got good sources, but one of the things they said is that a Cardano ETF could be approved as early as February, March. So I could kind of see the narrative in this bull run. Obviously, you've got to think there always needs to be a narrative, and that's what helps pumps the market ultimately. We had the first narrative, Donald Trump winning the US election, pro-crypto president. Market went up 200 to 300%. Altcoins we've had a little cool-off period, but that's normal. This has happened last cycle as well, and the cycle before, and it's going up for the next move up. I've noticed for the last few days I've started seeing ads on YouTube for like eToro or plus 500, so it is a sign that retail money is coming back, just like the Google Trends does talk about. So yeah, with all this information in mind, obviously we've got a pro-crypto president's meeting with the effective XRP team. I do believe that it could do another 3 to 4x from here. Like, it's currently at over $3, but it could go a heck of a lot higher. Obviously, it's not financial advice; it's pure speculation. But you got to think, what's the narrative? What else is there still to come that is going to affect pricing? There is still a lot of news. Obviously, the ETFs. You'll probably see like a flurry of partnerships being announced over the next few months, and that's going to help pump the market up. You'll see that for a lot of tokens as well. We'll deliberately hold off announcing a partnership until the market sentiment is bullish, because we know that if they announce it during bullish settings, the coin's going to do really well. It's like last cycle, obviously Cardano with its Shelly Hardfork update. You had Mary; they were released in bullish settings, so they benefited a lot with a significant price increase. Whilst if a lot of these updates come out in bear market settings, it might have a little pump, or might not even really pump at all. So it's quite strategic in a way for the ecosystems to deliberately wait to release things. But another thing as well is that the global empty money supply keeps going up. Inflation data came out better in America, which means that because that is better, and Donald Trump said that the pound's too strong, it's going to probably likely lead to interest rate cuts at the end of January, which ultimately means that the cost of borrowing is cheaper and more money will flow into riskier assets. But I feel like, especially because of these assets and the ETFs that are likely going to get approved, a lot of money that kind of still doesn't trust crypto, but kind of just wants to kind of have a look, well, money will flow mainly into these assets. And I feel like now is a good time. We've had a little cool off. Markets, lots of coins are down 20 to 30%. XRP though, the graph on XRP is different, but I feel like that's combined with a few factors. Obviously the court case, rumour of ETFs, and obviously I feel like because the price was suppressed so much in 2017, it's kind of almost like skipped a cycle and unleashed it all into this one. And another important fact as well is that most of you won't even be aware, but did you actually know that there was a brief period of time in history where XRP, or Ripple at the time, was the largest crypto coin in market cap? Yeah, you heard that right. And it wasn't for long at all. It was for a few hours, but the fact that it actually was number one, it's been there before. Like, I know you'll have some crypto influencers like who, excuse my language, like shit on the ecosystem a lot, but look at it now. It's done really well. Everything, like all the haters that said it wouldn't do anything when it's back at like 30 cents. Well, look at it now, it's done like a 10x and still got a lot more of the cycle to go. So it's just something worth considering, really, isn't it? And obviously the history, what you find in crypto is that history isn't identical, but it kind of rhymes. So a lot of these kind of key time frames tend to surprisingly match up with current data. So you found that back in 2020, the last quarter was very green. Quarter one of 2021 was very green, and just like it was the end of November of 2020 when the market started pumping, just like in November of 2024 the market started significantly pumping. So it's like the data tends to correlate surprisingly well, and obviously if the first scenario of November playing out, the last cycle, lots of altcoins, Bitcoin dominance came crashing down around February, March time. So obviously you can't predict the future, but I do anticipate a lot of money in the coming weeks, probably this February, March time, to flow into high cap altcoins. And obviously because I believe Ethereum isn't doing really much this cycle, it may even just skip flowing into Ethereum and continue to go straight into XRP and Solana, especially because they're the third and fourth largest crypto, and ETFs are going to get fouled. Those two coins could actually go on quite an epic run and even surpass Ethereum, and that could kind of change the whole dynamic of the cycle. So yeah, what are your XRP holders out there? I do think it's quite a solid investment. If you want to make a big gain, I'm talking like 5-10x, you might not get it here because it's up quite a lot, but I do feel like you could get a 3 or 4x, and you find out with lots of the blue chip altcoins you can make decent gains, but it's not like crazy gains you'll get on like some meme coin or some coin that's like got $500 million market cap. But then at the same time, because these coins are more blue chip, there's a much smaller chance that they're going to crash and go to zero. So it's about risk management, really. Obviously no one knows what's going to happen, but if you want to get into the market, I'd be looking at these tokens like XRP and Solana. Ultimately, I feel like that's not necessarily priced in yet because this is new. This is rumours, and a lot of the time in crypto it's buy the rumour, sell the news. But I feel like in this case, because the news that is coming out would lead to more people will be able to access these funds to be able to purchase. Even if it does dip a bit, it's going to bounce back inevitably anyway. So yeah, it's just something to consider. If you like the video, please give me some ideas on what other tokens to talk about next. I'm kind of going down the list of the main blue chip ones because most people will probably be fascinated with those ones. I would talk more about Bitcoin, but I feel like at this point it will do like another 50-60% return at best. But it's already had quite a big price increase from its bottom, so I will be covering lots of different altcoins, different strategies, and yeah, thanks for watching guys, and peace out.